What is up, all of my horror fanatics out there? Welcome back to Late Night Frights. I'm the Late Night Frights horror leader, the Jay Sloan or Jordan, back here to do another video for you. And as always, guys, I want to thank everyone for tuning in this evening. Last week we did horror battles, and if you haven't checked that out yet, please go do so. It was a great week overall. So seeing as we did horror battles last week, this week we are doing a theme. And the theme we chose to do for you is one that we have never done here before on Late Night Frights, and we're doing our Gothic horror theme. Now, it's pretty self-explanatory. Everybody this week here on Late Night Frights will be reviewing a Gothic-themed horror film of their choice, and the one that I picked to review definitely has a lot of Gothic tones within it. It's a good horror film, a good thriller. It's got really good suspense elements, and just a really classic horror film overall, one that I really enjoy, and it is Rosemary's Baby.
Paramount Pictures presents.
Hey, let's make love.
Mia Farrow. Co-starring John Cassavetes.
Let's have a baby. Oh, honey, for God's sakes, don't cry, all right?
I won't.
Wonderful, were you? Young and healthy. I'd have lots of children.
Madame and Monsieur shall have the dessert after all. Mousse au chocolat, or as many calls it, chocolate mouse.
It's delicious. Has an undertaste. A chalky undertaste.
Hey.
Nice.
Sleep is what you need. Good night's sleep.
You better go down below, miss.
This is no dream. This is really happening.
Written for the screen and directed by Roman Polanski. From the best-selling novel by Ira Levin. Ruth Gordon, Sidney Blackmer, Morris Evans, and Ralph Bellamy. In a William Castle production. Rosemary's Baby.
Okay, so Rosemary's Baby was made in 1968. This one is directed by Roman Polanski and starring Mia Farrow. So what I'm going to do is give my review over the film, talk about the acting, directing, the tone, and vibe, my final thoughts, and then end this video with my overall rating on Rosemary's Baby. So the main plot around this one follows a character named Rosemary Woodhouse and her husband Guy Woodhouse, which is played by Mia Farrow, and John Cassavetes, I believe is his last name. And they're this newlywed couple. They love each other very much. It shows when they're out in public. They're hugging and kissing on each other. Typical stuff. They've been together for a short time, been married a short time, and they're moving into a new house. While moving into this new house, they're hearing some strange things about the place, or this new apartment, I guess I should say. Not really an apartment, kind of like a condo or a higher upper end type place. It's hard to explain, but it's not a house and it's not an apartment, but it is maybe a townhouse, possibly a higher upper end place. But they're hearing bad things. The landlord, the guy who's showing them around, is saying, there's been some crazy stuff. A woman died. The person who lived in the house previously before them actually passed away. She was in a coma. Just some weird things they're noticing while walking around the house. The woman has moved a big shelf in front of a closet door for no apparent reason, but they don't think nothing of it. They're young, and they want to move into this house and get a family started. Guy Woodhouse is a aspiring actor, I guess. He's been in a few TV shows, a few commercials, but nothing big. And Rosemary is kind of your stay-at-home spouse. She's your stay-at-home wife, and that's what she does. And they are planning to have a baby. Now, this is where the plot really thickens, because they meet two people within their little project, within their little townhouse community. And one of the characters' name is Roman, but I cannot think of the woman's name, and for that I do apologize. They're husband and wife. They're older couple in their 70s, and they start meeting them, and weird things start happening. Not particularly to Guy, but to Rosemary. She notices that they're very nosy, they won't leave her alone, and Guy is actually starting to really like them. He's spending most of his time with Roman. So, weird things are going on, and, some things happen. Guy, gets a little bit more famous. He was in a play, and he was supposed to be the understudy, but the guy who actually starred in it went blinded for no reason. He got this part, and he's becoming famous, and he's getting movie roles. Some strange things are happening, and what do you know? Rosemary gets pregnant one night. Well, she actually gets knocked out, and while she's knocked out, she sees some strange things, and she wonders, is it real or not? When she's pregnant, she starts to experience really bad things a pregnant woman should never go through, a constant pain for like 3 months straight for no reason. Instead of gaining weight, she actually loses weight. She looks pale, she looks sickly, and everybody in the project are taking care of her and, recommending her to go to this doctor and do this and do that, pretty much controlling Rosemary's life, and her husband seems to be behind the wheel as well, and she starts to hear some really weird things about witchcraft, and that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to spoil the overall plot of the film. Let's just say this: the weird couple, they are definitely weird, and she has a right to think that and to assume that. It's just a really, really cool plot. Something, it was made in 1968, so it is an older film. If you're not into older type films or slower burning films, I am. I love all those movies. Love all the classics, as you guys know. I love a movie that takes time to build and takes time to progress in its characters. This one definitely does that. You're not going to get action in this movie. You're not going to get blood, guts, and gore. What you're going to get is a great story, and that's what you should expect from Rosemary's Baby. I really enjoyed the story overall. Thought it had a great plot. It was slower, but I like that. I like slower type horror films. I also like the in-your-face blood, guts, and gore. You guys know that about me. So this one, I liked it from start to finish. It's about 2 hours and 14 minutes long, which to some people was unbearable. To me, I love longer movies. In particularly, I'll give an example, The Stand, which is a 6-hour movie. I can watch that in one setting. Most people can't. So I didn't have a problem with didn't have a problem, with the runtime of the film. And it was just a really good plot. Really liked it. I know this is based off a novel. I would really like to read the novel and see the differences between film and novel. So, really good plot. That is my review over the plot. Now let's talk about the acting, specifically from Mia Farrow and John Cassavetes. Mia Farrow did a good job. Really good job playing the part as this, like I said, stay-at-home wife, very concerned about what's going on around her, but also very childish. She lets people boss her around. She lets them do whatever they want and recommend whatever they want. Her husband kind of treats her like shit there towards the end, and she doesn't seem to care until she gets fed up. Really good. You could just tell she was really terrified and really afraid of what was going on, and what was going on with her baby inside her. Now, John Cassavetes did a good job. Very sneaky, very suspicious when he was going away to film movies, or let's say why he actually got the opportunity to be in some movies in different roles, because it's a little manipulation thing, and a little give and take. It's a little sacrifice, I will say that. So those two, the leading actors did a good job. Also, the guy who played Roman and his wife, really creepy at times, did a really good job. And the supporting cast, which they would be a part of, everybody in the film did a good job, and it felt believable, and it felt like they were all, Rosemary was the only true person in this film. And what I mean by that is everybody else were just pawns, and everybody else were trying to move forward to some goal. Rosemary's just trying to have her baby, and she starts to realize what that goal is, and she's not too happy about it. So everybody else just seems to toy with her. She's their puppet, and they're just moving her back and forth and doing with her what they want. So the acting was good all around. Really enjoyed it. Now let's talk about the directing by Roman Polanski, Polanski. I'm sorry. Actually written and directed by Roman Polanski. The directing, it's actually pretty funny that his name is Roman Polanski. One of the lead bad guy's antagonist in the film is named Roman, so that's actually pretty cool. But really good job. Loved these shots. I thought the pacing was good. You might not think the same. I know a lot of people might think this is boring, so it's not going to be for everyone. It's definitely not going to be for kids in this day and generation, and everyone here on Late Night Frights are not like that, so I think everyone here would really enjoy this. It has a bit of a slow burn, but I like that. But I thought the pacing was good. I thought he took it the way it needed to go, and it ended good. Only one minor problem. I did not like something that happened in the ending, specifically to do with Rosemary. But really enjoyed it. Enjoyed his directing. Thought he couldn't have done anything other than he did with it. Used his time the best that he could, I think. So, and did a really good job. And like I said, actors are led by directors. So the actors in this one obviously were led by Roman Polanski, and he did a good job leading them and making Rosemary feel terrified, and she is the star of the film. So really good job, and he did an awesome job as the director. Like I said, nothing more I think that he could have done. So my final thoughts on the movie, really, really enjoyed it. Definitely one that it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but if you do have a long attention span, some people don't, if you like slower burning films, definitely check Rosemary's Baby out. You will not be disappointed. It has a really cool story, a lot of Gothic tones, a lot of satanic type tones within this movie, especially at the end, which is actually really crazy. Yeah, really good to me. I really enjoy it, and yeah, that's pretty much all I can say on my final thoughts over Rosemary's Baby. Definitely give this one a watch. If I had to rate it out of 5, I guess I will go 4.5 out of 5. I really enjoyed it a lot. There was a few minor issues, one being with the ending, but other than that, there's a few other things from different supporting actors. Mostly everybody in the film did a good job, but I'm going to go 4.5 out of 5, and really, really enjoyed this one. So definitely check out Rosemary's Baby. This is the original. I haven't read the novel, but I'm going to pick it up because I really want to. I can't say to either read the novel or watch the film first in my years of experience between movies and novels and, movies and books. I found that it's better to always read the book first then watch the movie, because books, to me, are, some books are better than movies. Books is what captures the imagination, and you can actually picture what's going on in your head, and it's your own interpretation, whereas a movie is one set, it's straight, you watch it, you like it, or you don't. So books are often better than films. Can't say much about Rosemary's Baby, the novel, but I will be talking about it probably on my channel when I do read it. So, or on my personal channel. We don't do book reviews here on Late Night Frights, so won't be doing that. But Rosemary's Baby, good movie. Definitely check it out. So I want to thank everyone so much for tuning in and checking out the first day, my day, on the Gothic horror theme of 2015 for Late Night Frights. That was my review over Rosemary's Baby. Stay tuned, guys. Tomorrow, Chris Brock will be reviewing a Gothic-themed horror film of his choice, and that will continue throughout the week with all of our members. I'm the Jay Sloan. You just watched Late Night Frights. Comment, subscribe, and as always, guys, keep it horror. Peace.